Good evening and welcome to ICU TV Many News. We take a look at the stories making headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema calls for peaceful campaigns. ECZ urges observers to be objective. Legal Aid Police launched, and in international news, Italy tightens border control. In sports news, Copper Queens return home. With the news in details, my name is Precious Banda. President Hakainde Hichilema has called on Zambians to uphold peace, unity, democratic values as political parties conduct campaigns ahead of the 2026 general elections. President Hakainde Hichilema said political competition should focus on ideas, policies, and the future of the country rather than confrontation, intimidation, or violence. He also urged people in Southern Province not to disrupt campaign activities by the opposition Tonse Alliance. President Hakainde Hichilema said all political parties have an equal right to campaign, assemble, and seek support from voters, urging that citizens conduct political activities peacefully, responsibly, and mutual respect. We go to another story. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has urged international elections observers to be objective and impartial when assessing the 2026 general elections. ECZ Chairperson Mwangala said objective assessment is a key to maintaining peace and security, adding that observers are critical stakeholders in validating credibility elections. She said the Commission remains ready to ensure the elections is free, fair, and credible. Meanwhile, ECZ Chairperson Electoral Commissioner Officer Brown Casaro said no legal suit has been filed against the elimination reports, which resulted in the creation of 70 new constituencies. Voter Education Manager Emma Mwinga said the candidates contesting primary seats will not be eligible for nomination under proportional presentation. We go to another story. Government has launched a National Legal Aid Policy 2026, which seeks to ensure vulnerable citizens have greater access to legal services and justice. Ruthie J. Nirongo reports.
Government has launched the National Policy on Legal Aid Services 2026, aimed at expanding access to justice for vulnerable citizens across Zambia. The policy targets nationwide coverage by 2030, with plans to establish legal aid board offices in all 116 districts, increase legal aid desks in police stations and correctional facilities, and strengthen partnership with civil society and community paralegals. Attorney General Mulilo Karesha says funding to the Legal Aid Board has increased from 19 million kwacha in 2021 to over 101 million kwacha in 2026, supporting expansion from 12 to 31 districts. He says justice must never depend on personal income, social status, or geographical location. Government and cooperating partners, including the European Union and German government, has pledged continued support toward the sustainable and community-based legal aid services. The policy is expected to play a key role in bridging the justice gap and ensuring that every Zambian can access legal assistance. Reporting for ICU TV News, my name is Ruth Nirongo.
We take a short break. Stay glued for local stories.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back, and now in our local stories. government has registered 151,323 persons with disabilities and distributed 6,339 assessment devices across the country between 2022 and 2026. The Ministry of Community Development and Social Services Permanent Secretary Angela Kawandami said 347,840,000 households with persons with disabilities are benefiting from the social cash transfer program, with 196,503,000 households carrying the persons with several disabilities receiving an enhanced monthly transfer of 1,200 kwacha. Miss Angela said the registration is aimed at linking beneficiaries to livelihood support programs, including the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission and Constituency Development Fund. She said the assessment device distributed include wheelchairs, walkers, crutches, hearing aids, displays, and white canes. We go to another story. Pupils at ZNS Airport from Farm Twatasha Secondary School in Chongwe are set to benefit from improved learning conditions from the handover of a new 2x3 classroom block and furniture under the Let's Build Foundation classroom. Beauty Nkonde reports.
Pupils at ZNS Airport Farm, Twatasha Secondary School in Chongwe are set to benefit from improved learning conditions following the construction of a new classroom block and provision of furniture. The 2x3 block has been constructed under the Let's Build Foundation's classroom project, which is targeting 9 secondary schools in Lusaka province. Speaking during the handover ceremony at Robert Dean Secondary School in Chongwe, Ministry of Education Permanent Secretary for Administration Noriana Muneku said the new infrastructure will help address the growing demand for classroom space following the introduction of free education. Ms. Muneku commended the partnership between government and the Let's Build Foundation, saying such collaborations are important in improving education infrastructure. Meanwhile, Let's Build Foundation Board Director Emma Kapuka said the organization is committed to ensuring that learners have access to safe and conducive learning environments. She said the foundation, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, is implementing a project to construct more than 100 classrooms in over 30 secondary schools across Lusaka province. And representing the ZNS Commander, Lieutenant General Engineer Maliti Solochi, ZNS Airport Farm Commanding Officer Colonel Fabian Kaluwe thanked the foundation for the support. Colonel Kaluwe said ZNS will ensure the classrooms and furniture properly maintained and used for their intended purpose, while encouraging pupils to remain disciplined and work hard. For ICU TV News, I am Beauty Nkonde.
Go to another story. Chief Sandwe of the Senga people in Lusangazi district has welcomed government plans to establish a mineral market center in the area. Chief Sandwe said the center will help bring sanity to the mining sector and ensure local communities benefit from the mineral resources. Mines Permanent Secretary Dr. Hapenga Kabita said government is working with traditional leaders to curb illegal mining, which has led to the death of young people and drive government of revenue. Mr. Kabita said the proposal center will provide a formal platform for mineral trading and improve revenue collection. Meanwhile, Planet God Zambia National Project Manager Abigail has discouraged the use of mercury in mineral processing, citing risks to the environment, miners, and surrounding communities. We take another break. Stay glued for international news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation.
Welcome back, and now in our international stories. Spain has imposed temporary border control on air and sea travel from Italy as tension between two.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card (NRC). Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 973.
Welcome back, and we apologize for the technical error. We continue with our international news. Spain has imposed temporary border control on air and sea travel from Italy as tension between the two European Union countries intensify over migration. The measures began at midnight and will remain in place for 1 month, with random checks on the passengers arriving from Italy. Spain introduced the control a week after Italy imposed similar restriction following the arrival of about 78,000 migrants from Morocco into the Spanish territory of Q. Spain has demanded that Italy lift its restriction, but Rome says the checks will remain until the last August of 15th. The dispute has raised tension between Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez and Italian Prime Minister Meloni, who has pushed for the stricter Ethiopian Union migration rules. Spain says its own checks will remain in place until September 7th unless circumstances change. We are still in our international news. We go to another story. Hundreds of passengers have been stranded at Bristol Airport in the United Kingdom after a runway defect forced the suspension of all flights. The runway was closed from 18 hours on Friday until 8 hours on Saturday before reopening. However, the airport said most flights remained delayed or cancelled, leaving passengers facing division and long journeys by road. The airport apologized for the disruption and division passengers to check their flights status with the airlines. The nature of the runway defect has not yet been disclosed, but airport authorities said it is not involved in the aircraft. They said the defect was identified during a routine inspection and repairs were carried out overnight. We take a short break. Stay glued for sports news.
The Information and Communications University stands as one of Zambia's fastest growing private universities. Now, it does not just provide classroom learning, but world-class education that goes beyond the classroom. Coming soon, exclusively on ICU TV, is Beyond the Classroom, a series that showcases what matters most: practical learning and hands-on skills development. From the School of Agriculture to mining, from engineering to media studies, Beyond the Classroom will reveal the unique side of ICU. It will help prospective students looking for the right university make informed decisions about their future. Now, this series will unpack the practical learning experiences offered across every school and every course.
Welcome back, and now in our sports news, the Copper Queens are expected back home today after exiting the 2026 Total Energies Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco at the group stage. Most of the foreign-based players will travel direct to their respective clubs, while Captain Barbara Banda will pass through Lusaka for personal engagements before returning to the United States. Zambia finished third in the Group C after beating Egypt and Malawi and longing Naropo to Nigeria. Zambia, Nigeria and Malawi are finished on 6 points, with CFA head-to-head tie-breakers rules taking Malawi advance as a group winner, and Nigeria finished the second. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a quick recap on the stories making headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema calls for peaceful campaigns. ECZ urges observers to be objective. Legal ads police launched. In international news, Spain, Italy tightens border control. In sports news, Copper Queens return home. Thank you so much for watching ICU TV News. For more news updates, stay glued on our Facebook page at ICU and our website page at icutvzm.com. Have a lovely weekend.